Good morning. It is, the fourth day, I think, of Summerween? Yeah, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the fourth day of Summerween. As an update, I have finished half of, and then there were 4. There were 5 students at the very beginning of the book. There was an accident. They think someone was trying to kill them, and then one of them does die. And so the other 4 have just kind of realized the connection is going to be their parents and like parental guardians want them dead. I do still have a hard time reading one of the characters because I can't understand why it's written the way it is, but at least both POVs have a very specific voice. And I appreciate that. They don't sound the same. They very much sound different. And I started The Honeys on audiobook, and I'm going to have to finish it on audiobook because it's like really good. It has background noises, like they're walking around the camp, and there's like birds and bug sounds, and there was a fly at the funeral doing weird stuff, and you heard the fly buzzing in the background, and the sister who's dead like whispers like all the way around you. It's pretty good. So I think I'm gonna have to do that one just on audiobook, but that's fine because I don't have the last book I'm trying to read on audio. I have to read that one physically, so that gives me an audio out. I have it physically too, but I prefer to listen to audio if it's going to be a fun audio. I don't have a lot planned today. I want to do some cleaning maybe. That way I can listen to The Honeys. I still need to make a blanket for a baby shower that I'm going to. But other than that, I don't have a lot going on. I need to go to David's, but they're closed on Mondays, so I think we're going to go on Wednesday or Thursday and just take a trip to town. I did order some stuff from Michael's from their new like Halloween collection because it's online only, so I've just had it shipped to me. And I saw a couple things that are in person. They apparently have in stock at our local Michael's, so we'll probably go to Michael's too. Anyway, I'm going to get back to reading. Okay, so I have gotten this far into The Honeys, listening to it on audiobook. Again, cannot recommend enough. It's got fun little audio effects. So there's a part near the middle now where our main character Mars is out in the woods and has to find other people and find his way back to camp, and he hears screams, and so like you around you hear screams. I don't know, I love, I'm a sucker for that. I think I'm gonna read, and then there were 4 for a little bit now though, to get a little bit further in that. I want to finish another 4th of it to maybe give myself the ability to finish this one tomorrow, and then I can read You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight during the last 2 days. I am thinking though that they've got like a bingo for Summerween, and 2 of the prompts, like, well, one of them is make your favorite like fall treat, and the other is watch a horror movie or scary movie or something. And my husband's not going to be home tonight because he's helping at the local community theater with their light program. I'm thinking I could make pumpkin pie and watch Scream. I really kind of want to do that. I think that could be fun. So I may do that later. I have not started Into the Drowning Deep, but we also have not done anything outside because it is hot right now, and it's all we can do not to like a dive heat stroke just sitting inside. It's really, really hot, and I don't really want to go to the pool and deal with the heat just to be at the pool to read on my Kindle. So maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna work on this for a little bit now, and then we'll see where we are as far as getting more books read. Okay, so 2 things. One, I am going to cook. I bought snickerdoodle dough. I think snickerdoodles are kind of fall to me, but I also got the ingredients to make pumpkin pie, so I'm going to do both. But I'm not going to show you me cooking because my kitchen is a disaster area, and I'm not going to have anybody judge me for it. And 2, I was going to do Scream or The Thing or any myriad Halloween movies I actually enjoy watching, but it turns out you have to like rent them from everywhere. I don't have any of the subscription services that offer them for free, and the ones that do, you still have to buy or rent. Amazon, why am I paying any kind of thing for Prime if I have to buy and rent so many movies that you offer? Anyway, I did find out that the original Haunting of Hill House adaptation from the 60s is available on Tubi, so I'm going to attempt to watch that. while I cook things. I think I'm going to start the pie first because it takes a little bit longer. And because I really want the pie more than I want the cookies. And I will read while I'm waiting for them, and maybe I'll watch the movie as well. We'll see. We'll see. Ta-da. It's probably too hot for me to have cut a piece. It's definitely a little bit on the not underdone, just not cured side, and the whipped cream is melting really quick. But it tastes like a pumpkin pie. So a win is a win. About halfway through the movie. If you haven't seen the original adaptation of The Haunting of Hill House, and you've only seen like the Netflix show or the really cheesy 2000s movie with like Catherine Zeta-Jones and Owen Wilson, do yourself a favor and watch the original, because you can see the things that were referenced in the TV show that you may not like. Oh, like the staircase where Neil, that's in this. Then there's references to things that make sense if you've seen the TV show. So it's like a fun little like send up the TV show is once you know the background of it. It's actually pretty creepy considering how few actual things happen. It's more the suggestions of it, which is, the book is like that. If you've read The Haunting of Hill House, that's the whole thing, is the dread of what is going to come because this house is fucking evil. I am getting sleepy though, so I don't even know if I'm going to read anything else today. I might just eat this piece of pie, finish this movie, and go to bed. Because I'm, I think, too tired to hold a book open. So, if you see me again, great. If not, this has been day 4, I think. I have lost count.
It ought to be burned down, and the ground sowed with salt.
Hill House has stood for 90 years, and might stand for 90 more. Within, walls continue upright, bricks meet, floors are firm, and doors are sensibly shut. Silence lies steadily against the wood and stone of Hill House, and we who walk here walk alone.
Really hate it for these dudes at Capitol who think they're about to make a sale because I've pulled up and I'm waiting for Steven. It's my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, Steven. And he's getting something done on his truck, so I'm coming here. He's dropping off his truck to get work done, and then I am going to take him to breakfast. Don't know how much reading is going to get done today. I did get 3/4 of the way through, and then there were 4 last night. It is really good. I'm interested to see how it's going to end. It ended up being gayer than I thought. And so yeah, I don't know. That's all I've got this morning. I've also been editing my video for my other vlogs, and it's chaotic, which I expected. But I'll get up with you if I actually do read anything else today. I don't foresee a lot of production in my future. So we dropped his truck off, went to IHOP, ate way too much food. Then went to Harbor Freight, walked around and got some stuff that he needed to do some hobbies with. And then we went to Ollie's for lack of anywhere better to go. We were going to go to Enjoy, but they had no parking, and it was getting frustrating. But I did find some books at Ollie's. So I found part 1 of Doomsday Clock, which is like not a sequel to Watchmen, but it's kind of related to Watchmen. It's what would happen if Watchmen were in the DC universe. And I've always been interested in looking it up because I read Watchmen for a comic class in college. I got One Italian Summer. It's got a shiny cover. Which I'd heard some pretty good things about. I think this might be a good, like, summer read. It seems pretty quick. It's very small. Speaking of summer reads, I got The Counselors. I don't know if I trust this person because I believe they were quoted, on How to Survive Your Murder. So she might not know what she's talking about. And then the last book I got was The City Beautiful by Aiden Palladors. And I know Gina has talked about liking this one. And I'm very excited to pick it up because I've heard good things. I just have never found it anywhere for like a discount price. So I snatched it up really, really quick. I also got a blind bag. For those of you who don't know, when I was younger, and actually it's still a thing, I have a briar horse collection that's pretty aggressive. It's not as aggressive as some, but it's still pretty bad. And I love briar horses so much. So this is like a mini unicorn blind bag. Let's see what I get. Oh, it's a little white one. It's that one. I've never got the mystery one. I'm pretty sure I've gotten the yellow one and the blue one before. So that's fun. So she can go on my shelf where maybe my copy of The Last Unicorn is. So I just took today's Instagram picture, which was orange and black on the cover, and so my whole floor has books on it. So I'm going to put the books back. I'm going to take, and then there were 4, and try to knock out another quarter of that so I can finish it today. So that way on the next 2 days I only have like 2 books to finish. It feels like pulling teeth, and it's not like it's a bad book. It's just so much of a book compared to the quicker ones that I'm really starting to feel it. But anyway, let me get all these books put back where they belong. That's all that's happened so far. I haven't even read anything today. And I really want to play Sims. So maybe I'll do that later. I don't know. Oh my god. I had a feeling. I almost at the end of this book. I'm like at the end of this book. And one of the characters died. And I was like, oh my god, they can't have really killed this person. They can't have really killed this person. I'm not going to be happy if they kill this person. There's got to be a twist. There's got to be something else going on. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I don't want to spoil it now because this was a good one. I'm going to finish it. Holy crap, I did not expect them to do that. I'm sad. I'm in a good mood and I'm in a bad mood. The good mood is because this turned out to be good. Especially like the very last like 25 pages were really solid. It was definitely longer in parts than it probably needed to be. This probably actually could have been less pages and still been fine, especially given how little of the book is given to the resolution and like the after part. But it did surprise me with a couple things, so I'm not mad at it. Also, despite some interesting writing choices, I do believe both of the POV characters felt like teenagers. Everybody felt like 18-year-olds. But it's still kind of, it's definitely got room for improvement, but I'm glad it was a good book, so I didn't have to do another disappointing read. But my bad mood is because Michael's canceled my order from the other day, where I thought I had gotten a couple of the spooky Halloween things and a couple teacher things. Like they have this really cute neon sign that says read books and be kind, and I was going to put it in my classroom, and they canceled it. Like it's out of stock online, and I will never understand things being out of stock online. Target does that a lot, especially with their Pride collection. Like it took a long time for me to try to get that Tippy Hindenburg because it was out of stock online. What do you mean it's out of stock online? What do you mean? You know people are going to want that thing. And I don't understand how all your Halloween stuff sold out that quickly. I'm sad now. I was really excited to get my little Stay Weird sign. So we're going to see if some of that stuff is going to be in person, but some of that was online exclusive. So we're still planning to go to Michael's this week, mainly because I want the orange cat and one of the disco bats, and I hope they've got those in Greenville. But we're going to have to see, I guess. But hey, 3rd book read, and this one was for, I believe, 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words. So that's one more down. I can maybe finish the Honeys tonight when I get back from going out to eat for my husband's birthday, and I can start You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. So that'll be good. So Summerween wise, feeling pretty good. Halloween wise, not feeling great. Not feeling great. I just started You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I took off my jacket because I can't. I don't like to read books with jackets on if I can help it because I don't like the way it feels. But it just occurred to me in the other book how one of the POVs is written from second point of view. So it's like you wake up, you go get coffee, you do this, you think this. The book You that the TV show is based on is notoriously written in second person point of view. It's very rare. A lot of people avoid it because it's kind of hard to keep that going. I just realized that they do it because that character changes his name at the end of the book, um, as like a like kind of rebirth uh, thing, and so it makes sense that he would have the whole time he was going you, because that's not that's not him anymore. Like you did this at this time. I think that's what they were going for anyway. That it makes sense to me. I painted my nails for Summerween like a baby blue because it like I just done orange, so I didn't want to do peach, and I wasn't really feeling light pink. I'm like, oh, I'll do light blue, and I already kind of regret it, and I hate that because I actually managed to do both hands this time. Like it's cute, but it's not giving what I want. Um, anyway, on the topic of actual books, I started You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. It's about things going wrong at a like extreme scare camp place. Um, I think it's gonna be a quick read. I think it's gonna be a quick read. It's pretty short, so I should be able to do it in the next 2 days. Tomorrow we pretty much decided is gonna be a rot day because today was so scattered and weird, and we ate a lot, and we just are wanting to sit at home. So tomorrow will be a sit-at-home day, and then Thursday we're gonna go to Greenville, run some errands, and I should be able to finish all of my books in the next 2 days. Tonight, the only other plan I have is to maybe listen to the Honeys and get a little bit further into the Honeys and play Animal Crossing because I haven't yet today. I just watched YouTube videos and TikTok and read. I did finish a book today, so I didn't completely like fail at reading today. I just haven't picked anything else up besides reading the first chapter of You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. So I'm going to update my bingo card that I've been keeping up with and kind of see what's left for me to do and go ahead and start planning the Instagram post for tomorrow. That's it. That's it. I'm feeling pretty good. That's 3 books down in what, 4 days, 5 days? So it could be better, but I only have one more to read. So still successful. So I got an email this morning from Barnes & Noble that said that they're doing their 25% off pre-orders, and they're doing like double stamps for members, and there's a bunch of stuff that's like 50% off, so it's a good week to go to Barnes & Noble, I guess. And I've been collecting a list of pre-orders that I found out about after I did my initial pre-order thing in January. So this will be great to just go ahead and get those for like the back half of the year and maybe into 2025 ordered. But also I wanted to look up the bingo card for Summerween because I want to see what I needed to finish. Because I know there's a couple things I haven't done yet, but I don't remember where they posted it. I think they might have just put it in stories. Janeway, you're very cute. You gotta let me use my mouse. This is a weirdly framed video. I'm so sorry. So the bingo card. Read a book in the dark. I've done. Scary movie. Done. Read a book with 5 words in the title. Done. Read a book that takes place in the summer. Working on it. Read a thriller or horror book. Done. Bake a fall-inspired treat. I did. Listen to a Halloween playlist. I haven't done that. Read a book outside. Done that. Read a book with a night sky on the cover. So I'm working on the night sky on the cover, and I haven't listened to a Halloween playlist, but I guess I could do that today. But I did want to update you. This is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I finished half this book in one sitting. Half of it in one sitting. It's so good. It's exactly what I want a like YA slasher summer style thing to be. It's quickly paced. It doesn't linger where it doesn't need to. It gives you just enough backstory. It gets right into the meat of things. It doesn't give you a long setup, which again for a horror movie you need because you've got to get people invested very quickly, and then you've got to have enough character that they don't want people to be affected. I watch Dead Meat. That's one of the channels I watch on YouTube and subscribe to that's not book related, because they care so much about why horror movies do what they do, and like it doesn't matter if they're doing a kill count or a podcast. Like I feel like the love is there and the attention to detail, And the main comment they always have about movies that they don't think do a good job as horror movies, like you can have bad horror movies that are still good. Bad horror movies still let you care about the characters. You can have a beautifully produced and edited movie, you can have a bunch of like blood and guts and practical effects, but if no one cares what's happening to your characters, then that's not a good horror movie. You should still care a little bit. Like, you can get excited, like, oh, they're getting killed in a creative way, but you should still kind of feel bad. I'm gonna feel bad. I like the characters in this book, and I really like our lead character. She seems competent but realistic. She plays a final girl, but she's not necessarily prepared to be one. I do think there's a little bit of it's kind of a slow release of information for us, and I am concerned about the last half not being paced as well as the first half, but I'm not going to complain too much until I finish it. Again, the fact that I've gotten this way, like, and I actually was able to get through it is great. So that means I just have to finish this and the honeys, and then I'll be done with my reading for the week. So I'm going to try to knock this one out today. I am going to try to listen to the honeys maybe. I didn't play Animal Crossing last night. I literally sat on the couch and absorbed this. And I probably would have finished it if my eyes would have let me, but they did not. So anyway, that's the only plan for today. As far as I know, we don't have anything else we're doing. So I'm going to try to knock this book out and let y'all know what I think. I lied. I went out today. I did finish all but that little section of You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. It got really supernatural. Not complaining, just a observance. So I don't know how I feel about that one. And I am still only about 50% through Honeys, but I have my headphones ready, and I'm going to play Animal Crossing and hopefully get almost finished with that one and read this one right before bed. I got a cool rug today. That was pretty appropriate for Summerween and spooky stuff. It's a snake. But yeah, so I didn't finish a book yet, and I still have to post on Instagram for today. I'm sad that my nature picture is. I still have to post on Instagram for today. I'm sad that my nature picture is How to Survive Your Murder, but it is what it is. And I did listen to a spooky playlist. My friends and I last year did a group playlist where we added songs that were like either directly spooky or mentioned monsters, vampires, things like that by name. And so that was kind of fun to get back in like the fall feeling, even though it's 180 degrees outside. So yeah, so I'm going to read a little bit more. Maybe I'll finish another book before the night's over. I hope so. It's a Dupree Reads vlog, so of course there's one point where I'm going to have wet hair. It's technically day 7, but I finished this book in day 6, so I thought I'd talk about it now. This is really good. This is a solid little YA slasher summer style slasher. It gave you just enough, but not too much. It felt like a teen, like, horror movie. It actually had a suitable amount of, like, gore, and it makes you care about the characters when stuff happens to them, which is, I love that. I don't know if I particularly care for the ending. I did kind of see one of the twists coming, but it does end more hopeful than How to Survive Your Murder did, so I'm already liking this one. And it offers diversity in the genre that we don't often see, so I'm very excited to put this in my classroom library. I think my kids are going to love it. I can already think about like 3 kids that love spooky stuff that I'll recommend this to when we go back. And that is a book with a night sky on the cover. So all that's left to do now is finish the honeys, and I'll be good. Which technically this also takes place in the summer, so this is like multiple prompts. But I have to finish the honeys. It's so good. Anyway, that's day 6. This is technically the end of day 6. Y'all, this is so cute. But tell me why. Like, why are you $30? But you're so cute. Maybe when it goes on sale. Alright. Moment of truth.